When real estate agent Christophe sold a unit for a record price, the last thing he expected was to cop abuse. Buyers say he underquoted, with it selling for more than double the listed price.
Are you crushing the hopes and dreams of home ownership by underquoting?
Yeah, I mean, I can see that.
We've got to look at these underquoting laws. I don't know what the solution is.
People blow up, go bang, underquoting.
Yeah, and look, I understand that.
I've seen lots of posts online on social media about underquoting.
Yeah, there's a bit of talk, a bit of chatter that, that it might have been underquoted at 1.25.
Yeah, well,
was it underquoted?
There were no other, there's no sales to deter. Well,
underquoting. It's a very hot word. It's a buzzword in real estate.
Is it unreal estate?
We can use that punchline. I mean,
Sydney's iconic Bondi Beach, and real estate agent Christophe is holding a viewing for 2 units he's selling with breathtaking views. Christophe knows the block well. In January, he sold a unit here which brought him unwanted attention.
I'm the first person to call out an underquote.
Christophe gave buyers an early price guide of just over $1 million. The tiny unit sold for a record $2,320,000. Punters accused Christophe of underquoting.
Some of the bad agents that underquote have now spoiled it for the good agents.
Buyers fear a similar thing might happen with the 2 units Christophe's now selling in the same block. His guide for each apartment is $1.25 million.
Wow, what a gem.
So we dropped into the open home for a chat with real estate agent Christophe
2 units side by side, and here's the man, Christophe Steve from ACurrentAffair. How are you, my man? Mate, talk to me about this. A couple of prized units side by side. Look at the view. Look at the view, mate.
First, the elephant in the room, that whopping sale price of $2.3 million for the unit he initially guided at $1 million, leading to accusations of underquoting.
I think it's a little unfair because that was just a very big price. And how I see it is not just because one property is sold for a price doesn't automatically make every single other property that slightly resembles that property the same price.
Yeah, so, and you spoke about unfair, because people are blowing up going, what's unfair is, you enticing people through the door with an unrealistic price.
Yeah, well, it's not unrealistic. I mean, the owners have look, there's 2 parties in this. We're the agents, but I don't own the property, so I don't get to choose who buys it for what price. I can only facilitate offers to come through to the vendors.
Christophe says there were no recent sales in the area that he could compare the 34 square metre unit to, especially with that unbeatable view.
So we would never have to know it could have gone for that price.
Because the people that came in thinking, 1.25, if I go, 1.35, I might be in with a chance.
And you know what?
2, 3.
And you know what? The owner at the end of the day probably would have sold it for 1.415.
No way.
Yeah. It was just competitive bidding. Yeah.
It sure was, Christophe. He says $2.3 million is an Aussie record for a property of that size.
And it happened to be 2.320. I mean, it's not something. There is no comparable sale.
Nice commission.
Oh,
nice
I did a deal for the owner's been
nice commission.
The owner's been a client for a long time. I did a deal for him.
Okay. You would have had a bang up meal that night, wouldn't you, and a bottle of champagne?
Yeah, I mean, we went back to the office and we're working for many other clients. So everyone's property. Yeah, well, everyone's property doesn't matter if it's $1 million or 10 million is as important as the next.
Surely you tucked into a tomahawk steak that night, mate.
Oh, I'm a meat eater, so probably, yeah.
You're not denying it?
No.
Come on, short.
So what about the price of these 2 units Christophe's now selling in the same block? At 34 square metres, they're just as small but don't have the same view.
Hit me with the price. Come on.
With where it'll end up, in this location you can never tell. I mean, there's...
Christophe reckons $1.25 million for each unit is a reasonable guide.
I get what you've told me, my man. But what happens if these sell for $2 million?
I
We're going to
can't
have to
see
come
them.
back.
Yeah, you probably will. You'll probably surprise me and catch me off guard like you just have.
Ironically, it's the fair agents that quote the right figures now that aren't getting buyers coming to the property. And agents that underquote end up getting 8 or 10 people there and get the result the owners want. So they've got to look at that.
The commotion over Christophe's big commission from that monster sale caught the attention of the New South Wales Office of Fair Trading, but it doesn't plan to take any action.
For those knockers online, you can send them a message if you want. I mean,
Look, it's everyone's got the right to their own opinion.
it's free marketing for you.
Yeah, well, that depends on how you chop it up.
Relax, mate, relax.
Hey, good on you, Christophe, for having a chat. And he's yet to find a buyer for those 2 units.